Elon Musk's growing influence and the tensions surrounding his electric vehicle company Tesla have sparked significant concerns regarding the implications of recent U.S. trade tariffs. With the backdrop of escalating trade disputes under the Trump administration, Musk's company has issued a cautious warning that the imposition of tariffs could have detrimental effects on U.S. exporters, including Tesla itself. In a letter recently sent to the U.S. Trade Representative, Tesla expressed its apprehension over the potential for retaliatory measures from other countries, particularly in response to the 20% tariffs imposed on all imports from China. China represents Tesla's second largest market after the United States, making the stakes particularly high. "We support fair trade," the letter stated, emphasizing concerns that U.S. exporters might face disproportionate impacts from retaliatory tariffs. The letter's unsigned nature raises questions about its authorship and whether Musk himself was aware of its contents. The context of this warning coincides with a notable public appearance by Trump, who, in a gesture of support for Musk, promised to purchase a Tesla during an event at the White House. However, despite this apparent alignment with the administration, Tesla's stock has plummeted by 40% since the beginning of the year, a decline attributed more to production concerns and decreased sales than to Musk's relationship with the president. Analysts have pointed to issues such as production target challenges and a slowdown in sales as more pressing factors affecting investor confidence. Tesla's response to the evolving trade landscape includes efforts to localize its supply chain, aiming to reduce dependence on foreign suppliers. Yet, the company acknowledged the difficulty in sourcing certain parts domestically, which underscores the challenges faced by manufacturers in adapting to new trade realities. Even with aggressive localization of the supply chain, certain parts and components are difficult or impossible to source within the U.S., the letter cautioned. The repercussions of Trump's tariffs extend beyond Tesla, as both the European Union and Canada have threatened retaliatory measures against U.S. imports, particularly in the steel and aluminum sectors. The potential for a trade war looms, raising fears among U.S. manufacturers about the viability of their operations in a retaliatory environment. Simultaneously, Musk has found himself at the center of a different controversy involving public figures. Actress Ayo Edebiri recently criticized Musk for allegedly spreading false rumors about her, which led to a barrage of online harassment. In an Instagram post, she expressed her frustration, calling Musk both an idiot and a fascist, a reflection of the polarizing figure he has become in public discourse. This incident adds a personal dimension to Musk's already complex public persona, which has been closely tied to his business ventures and political affiliations. Moreover, recent discussions surrounding Musk have also highlighted concerns about Social Security, with criticisms directed at his claims regarding fraud within the system. Critics argue that such assertions could pave the way for detrimental reforms that threaten the financial security of millions of Americans. The administration's connection to Musk, particularly his role as a senior advisor to Trump, further complicates the narrative intertwining corporate interests with government policy. As these events unfold, the implications for Tesla and the broader market remain uncertain. The interplay between Musk's business strategies, public perception, and the political landscape will likely continue to evolve, shaping the future of electric vehicle production and international trade. Stakeholders will be keenly observing how Tesla navigates these challenges in the coming months, particularly as the potential for retaliatory tariffs and public backlash loom large. The road ahead for Tesla is fraught with both opportunity and risk, setting the stage for significant developments in the electric vehicle market and beyond. In a dramatic shift in federal operations, the Department of Government Efficiency (DOGE), led by Elon Musk, has initiated a wave of lease cancellations and credit card cuts that could significantly reshape the landscape of government agencies across the United States. This initiative, which aligns with President Donald Trump's broader strategy to streamline government functions, has raised concerns and stirred debates about the implications for public services and employee operations. According to a recent report by the General Services Administration, DOGE has notified landlords that numerous federal agencies will terminate hundreds of leases by the end of the year. A planning document outlines specific closures, with some agencies facing imminent deadlines as early as June 30, 2025. Among the agencies affected, the Savannah River Operations Office in Aiken, South Carolina, and the Natural Resources Conservation Service in Amherst, Massachusetts are set to vacate their premises alongside several others spanning various states. The document indicates that while these closures are planned, it does not guarantee immediate shutdowns, leaving many offices to negotiate new leases or relocate entirely. The sheer scale of these lease cancellations, affecting numerous agencies and thousands of square feet of federal office space, has ignited discussions around the efficacy of such measures. Notably, the National Archives Centers and the Environmental Protection Agency are among the entities that face significant disruptions. Stakeholders express concern that these abrupt changes could hinder essential services and operations, particularly in critical areas like environmental protection and public health. In tandem with the lease cancellations, DOGE has also made headlines by terminating over 200,000 government credit cards, a move designed to cut administrative costs and streamline operations. Musk's department identified that the federal government had approximately 4.6 million credit cards, resulting in around 90 million transactions in the last fiscal year alone. The recent freeze on agency credit cards, as part of a broader effort to control spending, has reportedly disrupted daily operations at various agencies, including the Food and Drug Administration, where employees have struggled to purchase essential lab supplies. While the stated goal of DOGE is to eliminate waste and enhance efficiency within the federal workforce, critics argue that the methods employed are excessive and may lead to unintended consequences. Pam Bean, executive director of the Montana Fair Housing Organization, expressed her shock at the termination of a $425,000 grant that constituted 80% of her nonprofit's budget. This abrupt funding cut, she noted, would severely limit the organization's capacity to address discriminatory housing practices and support vulnerable communities. Despite the controversial approach, the overarching sentiment among supporters of DOGE is that a reassessment of government spending is long overdue. Musk, along with Trump, has advocated for significant reductions in federal spending, which they argue have resulted in bloated bureaucracies and inefficiencies. However, the implementation of these policies raises critical questions about the balance between fiscal responsibility and the maintenance of essential public services. As the federal government navigates these changes, the implications for employees and the general public remain to be seen. The coming months will likely reveal whether these drastic measures will lead to meaningful reform or exacerbate existing challenges within the government. Observers are closely monitoring how agencies will adapt, particularly as the potential for widespread layoffs looms amid ongoing budgetary constraints. In conclusion, while DOGE's aggressive tactics aim to reshape government operations, the long-term impact on public services and employee morale is uncertain. As the federal landscape evolves, stakeholders and citizens alike will be watching closely to assess whether these efforts truly serve the public good or simply impose further strain on an already stretched system. Future developments will undoubtedly shape the conversation around government efficiency and accountability in the years to come. In a rapidly evolving automotive landscape marked by fierce competition and escalating trade tensions, Tesla is taking bold steps to maintain its foothold in the Chinese market. The electric vehicle EV manufacturer is reportedly planning to produce a new variant of its popular Model Y at a cost that is at least 20% lower than current production expenses. This strategic move comes in response to increasing pressures from both domestic competitors and international tariffs that threaten to undermine Tesla's market share in one of its largest markets. Sources familiar with the company's plans have indicated that the reduced production costs are part of a broader strategy to defend against growing competition from local EV manufacturers in China such as BYD and NIO. The push for affordability is particularly significant as Tesla looks to enhance its appeal to price-sensitive consumers. The anticipated Model Y variant is expected to feature a streamlined design and fewer high-end features, thereby reducing overall manufacturing expenses while still delivering on the brand's promise of sustainability and innovation. Elon Musk's leadership remains pivotal during this critical juncture, but it is not without complications. Tesla's recent communications reveal concerns about the implications of President Trump's trade tariffs, which have already begun to impact the automotive sector. Tesla's unsigned letter to the U.S. Trade Representative highlights fears that retaliatory actions from other countries could disproportionately affect U.S. exporters, including the electric car maker itself. The letter pointed out that while Tesla is actively localizing its supply chains to mitigate these risks, there are still essential components that remain difficult to source domestically. Compounding these challenges, Tesla's stock has experienced a staggering decline of approximately 40% since the beginning of the year. Reflecting investor anxiety about the company's ability to meet production targets and navigate the complexities of the current economic climate. Analysts suggest that while Musk's close ties to the Trump administration could be perceived as a double-edged sword, the more pressing concern for investors is Tesla's operational performance amidst a shift in consumer sentiment and heightened competition. Meanwhile, the broader market environment is fraught with volatility. The S&P 500 has recently entered correction territory driven by fears of a looming trade war that could stifle global economic growth. The situation has led to increased uncertainty among investors, prompting them to reassess their positions. With President Trump's protectionist policies sparking retaliatory tariffs from major trading partners, companies like Tesla are left to navigate a precarious landscape where both costs and consumer demand are in flux. As Tesla gears up to launch its more affordable Model Y, the company's ability to adapt to these external pressures will be crucial. The move signals not only Tesla's commitment to maintaining its market lead but also its recognition of the rapidly changing dynamics in the EV sector. With increasing competition and potential market disruptions, the coming months will be critical for Tesla as it seeks to balance cost efficiency with innovation. Looking ahead, the implications of these developments will likely ripple through the automotive industry. Should Tesla succeed in implementing its cost-saving measures, it may not only solidify its position in China but could also set new benchmarks for production practices within the EV market. Conversely, if the pressures from tariffs and competition continue to mount, Tesla may face significant challenges that could reshape its operational strategies. As the situation unfolds, stakeholders will be closely monitoring how Tesla navigates these turbulent waters. Shaping the future of electric mobility in the process. In a significant step for space exploration, NASA and SpaceX are preparing for the launch of the Crew 10 mission, set to take off tonight from Cape Canaveral, Florida at 7:03 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. This mission is designed to ferry 4 astronauts to the International Space Station (ISS) and marks another milestone in the ongoing collaboration between NASA and private aerospace companies. Following a recent delay due to a ground equipment issue, the Crew 10 mission aims to not only replace astronauts currently aboard the ISS but also to set the stage for the return of 2 astronauts who have been on an extended mission. The Crew 10 mission will utilize a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket launching the Crew Dragon spacecraft dubbed Endurance from the historic Launch Complex 39A at NASA's Kennedy Space Center. After a previous attempt to launch on March 12 was aborted due to a hydraulics problem with a clamp device securing the rocket to the launch pad, excitement has surged as the new launch window approaches. NASA's Commercial Crew Program Manager Steve Stick noted that delays are common with new spacecraft, emphasizing the complexities involved in such missions. Aboard the Crew Dragon are NASA astronauts and McLean, who serves as mission commander, and Nicole Ayres, the pilot, as well as mission specialists Takuya Onishi from JAXA and Kirill Peskov from Russia's Roscosmos. They will embark on a 6-month stay at the ISS where they will conduct various scientific experiments and maintain the station. The crew is expected to dock with the ISS approximately 14 hours after launch, setting the stage for the transition between the current Crew 9 astronauts and themselves. The timing of this mission is crucial as it directly impacts the return of NASA astronauts Butch Wilmore and Suni Williams. They were originally scheduled to return aboard a SpaceX Dragon capsule but have faced an extended stay in orbit due to the delays associated with the Crew 10 launch. The presence of the Crew 10 team will facilitate the handover process, allowing for a smooth transition as the new astronauts acclimate to life on board the ISS. Crew overlaps typically last about a week, so it's important for the incoming crew to get acquainted with their new environment, explained McLean. The Crew 10 mission's significance extends beyond just the immediate logistics of astronaut rotations. It highlights the ongoing challenges and achievements within the realm of commercial spaceflight. The Crew 10 launch also underscores the competitive landscape in the aerospace sector, particularly following the recent issues faced by Boeing's Starliner program. The delays and complexities surrounding the Crew 10 mission have drawn public attention, with statements from high-profile figures like Elon Musk and former President Trump emphasizing the political implications of the situation. As the Crew 10 astronauts prepare for their launch, anticipation builds not only for their mission but also for the eventual return of the Starliner crew and the future of NASA's partnerships with commercial entities. The launch of Crew 10 represents a critical juncture that could influence the trajectory of human spaceflight for years to come, paving the way for more ambitious missions beyond low Earth orbit. With the clock ticking down to liftoff, tonight's launch will be a momentous occasion that showcases the resilience and innovation driving the future of space exploration. As we look forward to the successful deployment of Crew 10, the world watches closely, eager to witness the next chapter in humanity's quest to explore the cosmos. In a striking and controversial social media post, Elon Musk has reignited discussions around history's darkest chapters by suggesting that public sector workers rather than Adolf Hitler, Joseph Stalin, and Mao Zedong were responsible for the mass killings attributed to these leaders. The billionaire entrepreneur's retweet of a message originally posted by user Alice Smith has generated significant backlash and stirred heated debates across various platforms. On March 13, Musk shared the provocative statement, which read, "Stalin, Mao and Hitler didn't murder millions of people. Their public sector workers did." The post quickly gained traction, amassing thousands of shares and sparking fierce reactions from social media users. Critics have pointed out that while Musk's statement stops short of explicitly denying the Holocaust, a genocide that claimed over 6 million Jewish lives, it implicitly shifts blame away from Hitler, raising alarms among historians and commentators alike. This latest episode is not Musk's first encounter with controversy linked to Nazi imagery and rhetoric. In January, he faced backlash after he was perceived to make a gesture resembling a Nazi salute during a Trump inauguration event, an incident that he later downplayed. Musk's recent comments have been interpreted by some as part of a broader pattern of behavior that aligns with increasingly extreme right-wing politics, especially in light of his support for former President Donald Trump and his role as an advisor in Trump's administration. The timing of Musk's retweet coincides with Trump's renewed presidency and efforts to streamline government operations, which have included proposed job cuts for federal employees. Observers suggest this context may have influenced Musk's decision to amplify the message, effectively framing it as a critique of government workers amidst ongoing discussions about efficiency and redundancy in federal roles. Responses to Musk's post have been swift and sharp. Social media users have expressed outrage, with one remarking, "We have reached the Hitler did nothing wrong stage of Elon Musk totally not being a Nazi." Another user labeled Musk's statements as a fascist disguise, claiming that he utilizes socialist rhetoric to mask extremist policies. Such reactions highlight the deep-seated concerns many have regarding the normalization of inflammatory rhetoric in public discourse. In defense of his actions, Musk has dismissed the ensuing criticism, stating, "Frankly, they need better dirty tricks. The 'everyone is Hitler' attack is so tired." His comments have only intensified scrutiny from various advocacy groups, including the Anti-Defamation League, which has previously condemned Musk for employing Nazi-related humor and references. As the public grapples with Musk's statements, the implications extend beyond the tech mogul himself, raising questions about the responsibilities of influential figures in shaping narratives around history and accountability. The backlash against Musk's retweet is emblematic of a larger societal struggle to confront the legacies of totalitarian regimes and the mechanisms of power that enable atrocities. Looking ahead, As Musk continues to wield significant influence within both the tech industry and political landscapes, the potential for further controversial statements looms. This incident serves as a reminder of the critical role that public figures play in shaping historical discourse and the responsibilities that accompany such influence. As discussions about accountability and historical memory evolve, the reactions to Musk's comments will likely resonate well beyond the immediate context, fueling ongoing debates about the lessons of history and the narratives we choose to uphold. In a groundbreaking advancement that has captured global attention, Elon Musk's Neuralink has successfully tested its brain-computer interface on human patients, marking a significant milestone in the realm of neurotechnology. The announcement comes as a result of Neuralink's ongoing commitment to creating a generalized brain interface that aims to restore autonomy to individuals with severe medical conditions and unlock the potential of human cognition. This leap in technology has not only sparked excitement but also triggered an array of discussions regarding its implications for society and the ethical considerations surrounding such innovations. Neuralink, founded in 2016, has long been at the forefront of developing brain implants designed to facilitate direct communication between the human brain and electronic devices. The device, which features 1024 electrodes implanted in the brain, is engineered to capture neural activity and translate it into commands for computers, allowing individuals with paralysis to control devices solely through thought. In a recent demonstration, a patient was able to move a cursor on a screen by simply thinking about it, showcasing the profound potential of this technology. Neuralink represents a significant leap forward in our ability to interface directly with the brain, Musk stated during a recent press event. Our goal is to help those with unmet medical needs today while also unlocking the potential of the human brain for future applications. However, this ambitious endeavor has not been without controversy. Neuralink's trials have faced scrutiny over safety protocols, particularly after a patient experienced a life-threatening condition during the initial stages of the human trial. Reports indicated that air became trapped within the patient's skull, a condition known as pneumocephalus, which can lead to severe neurological issues. Despite this setback, Neuralink has emphasized its commitment to rigorous testing and safety measures as it moves forward with its research. Interestingly, the recent trailer for the upcoming season of Netflix's Black Mirror has ignited discussions among fans who have drawn parallels between the show's fictional brainchip technology and Neuralink's real-life innovations. The trailer features characters with a mind-expanding brain chip that alters neuronal structure, echoing concerns expressed by viewers about the potential societal repercussions of such technology. This is a warning show of how bad Elon Musk's Neuralink will become, one viewer commented, highlighting the anxieties surrounding the ethical implications of brain-computer interfaces. As Neuralink continues to push boundaries, the increasing interest in its work reflects a broader trend in the tech industry where innovations in artificial intelligence and neurotechnology are rapidly evolving. Musk's other ventures, including SpaceX and his AI-focused company xAI, have also experienced significant growth, particularly in private markets. According to reports, the value of Musk's private companies has surged by 45% since last year's presidential election, with xAI leading the charge thanks to its promising advancements in artificial intelligence. While some investors remain skeptical about the future of Tesla amid its recent stock declines, the enthusiasm for Musk's private enterprises illustrates the continued appetite for innovative technologies that challenge conventional norms. As the landscape of neurotechnology expands, the dialogue surrounding Neuralink's implications will undoubtedly intensify, raising questions about the balance between technological advancement and ethical responsibility. Looking ahead, the success of Neuralink's trials may pave the way for broader applications beyond medical needs, potentially transforming how humans interact with technology. As Musk and his team work to refine this technology, the world will be watching closely, eager to see how the intersection of human cognition and machine intelligence will reshape our lives and societal structures in the years to come.